The Type 97 Chiha was a Japanese medium tank designed in 1936. The tank was the most widely produced Japanese tank of the Second World War. The Japanese generally had fairly light tanks, and Type 97 was no exception to this, weighing in at only 14 tons. This made them less effective against Allied armor, but importantly, it allowed the Japanese tank to cross difficult terrain like the jungles of Southeast Asia, allowing them to surprise the British by showing up in places the British thought were inaccessible to tanks. The Type 97 was also used before the Second World War in a series of battles against the Soviets in 1939. Here the Japanese first learned of its weakness against enemy tanks. The Japanese did make a new variant with a stronger gun after the battles, but it still wasn't enough to counter most Allied tanks. The tanks were also used to defend the small islands in the Pacific from the Americans. Here the tank also saw some problems. The tank wasn't able to penetrate the frontal armor of the M4 Sherman, and there was not a lot of room to maneuver on these islands, thus largely negating its biggest strength. The tank had a 57mm gun in earlier models, and the higher velocity 47mm gun was developed after the battles with the Soviets. It had 15 to 25mm of frontal armor, a crew of 4, and over 1100 were built. If you liked this video, please comment what I should cover next.